Look at you, Jerry, the shark of the cul-de-sac. You invited the guys over, you've got the overpriced bourbon on the table, and you're flexing those authentic casino-grade chips you bought for $500. You feel like you're sitting at the main event of the World Series of Poker, don't you? You feel like you're in a Scorsese movie.
You bet, Crow. Listen to that clack. That's the sound of high-stakes Vegas, baby. 14 grams of pure professional clay. None of that cheap plastic stuff for this table. I only deal with the best.
High stakes? Jerry, the biggest risk you're taking tonight is your wife catching you using her good coasters. That sound isn't luxury. It's the sound of an industrial lie hitting a table of absolute ignorance. That is not clay, Jerry. That is a 2-cent galvanized metal slug wrapped in cheap ABS plastic. You're just a guy who paid 1,000% markup for a bucket of industrial plumbing waste. Welcome to the Great Poker Chip Scam.
Plumbing waste? Crow, these are clay. You can feel the texture. It's history in my hands.
History? Jared, if you want history, we have to talk about the real deal. Back in the Wild West, gamblers used gold dust, nuggets, or even bone. It was messy, it was easily counterfeited. So the old saloons created clay discs.
See? I told you. Clay is the tradition. It's the authentic material.
Was the tradition, Jerry. Pure clay is brittle. It breaks like a dry cookie if you drop it on the floor. By the time Vegas became a neon monster in the 1950s, pure clay was dead. It became a code word for a highly engineered composite of earth minerals, sand, chalk, and proprietary polymers. Companies like Paulson mastered this recipe. It's a secret guarded more closely than the Coca-Cola formula or your browser history, Jerry. Those real chips don't have metal hidden inside them. They're compressed under tons of pressure to create a specific density and a thud that sounds like actual money. But here's the kicker. They don't sell those to you.
What do you mean they don't sell them? My money is as good as the Bellagio's. Where did all these pro sets come from then?
They don't sell them because real chips are literally casino currency, Jerry. The manufacturers cut off the home market years ago to prevent counterfeiting. They don't want your $500. They want to protect billions in casino vaults. So, when the poker boom hit in the early 2000s and every Jerry in America wanted to pretend he was a math genius while sitting on a folding chair in his garage, the sporting goods industry had a problem. How do we sell a luxury casino experience to a suburban dad who doesn't know the difference between a royal flush and a toilet flush?
I know the difference. I checked the weight before I bought them. 14 grams. The pros use heavy chips because they feel better in the hand.
That right there is the biggest, most profitable lie in the entire gambling supply chain. A real casino chip used at the Bellagio or the Wynn weighs exactly between 9 and 10 grams. Your 14-gram heavy-duty chips? That weight isn't premium quality, it's the metal washer hiding inside. It's a cheap psychological trick. They make them heavy so your primitive lizard brain thinks heavy equals expensive. They're just saving money on plastic by filling the middle with scrap metal.
I don't care. It feels substantial. A real man's chip should have some weight to it, right?
Wrong. In fact, Jerry, real casinos absolutely despise heavy chips.
Why would they hate them? They feel so much more professional.
Because of physics and corporate greed. A casino dealer handles thousands of chips a night. If a casino used your 14-gram metal-filled garbage, their dealers would develop carpal tunnel syndrome faster than a teenager playing Call of Duty on a double XP weekend. Heavy chips are harder to shuffle, harder to push, and harder to stack. And in a casino, time is money. Slower dealers mean fewer hands played per hour, which means a lower mathematical edge for the house. You are literally bragging about a feature that real professionals consider a critical design flaw.
Okay, fine, so they're heavy, but they are still authentic. Look at the aluminum briefcase, Crow. It says casino grade right there in gold letters. They can't just lie on the box.
Oh, Jerry, I could slap casino grade on a pair of Crocs and you'd probably wear them to a funeral. It's a linguistic paywall designed to stop asking questions. You're paying for the idea of a casino. Real casino chips are currency. They have RFID microchips embedded in the center. They have UV markings that only show up under blacklight. They have custom edge spotting algorithms so cameras can catch counterfeits. Your chips don't have RFID. They have the acoustic profile of a junkyard. Real chips have a flat, dead sound because they absorb vibration. Your chips ping because that scrap metal is vibrating against the cheap plastic shell.
Cheap plastic? I paid $500 for this case, Crow. 500.
Let's do the math on your ego, Jerry. It costs about 5 to 18 cents to manufacture one of those slug chips using basic injection molding in a factory overseas. It's the exact same technology used to make those cheap plastic action figures you chew on when you get anxious about your credit card bill. You paid about $1 a piece. You bought a 500-count set for $500? Congratulations! You just gave some middleman a 900% profit margin just so you can look cool while losing your mortgage money to your brother-in-law.
But everyone uses these. All the top-rated sets online look exactly like this. The reviews are 5 stars.
Exactly. The industry created a monopoly of mediocrity. They convinced an entire generation of American men that metal insert abs plastic is the gold standard of gambling. They privatized your nostalgia for the old Vegas aesthetic and sold it back to you as a premium accessory.
Well, the guys still think it looks cool. It's a flex when I open the aluminum case in front of them.
The guys? You mean Dave, who brings store-bought potato salad and complains about his sciatica? Yeah, I'm sure you look like James Bond to him. It's always about the flex with you, isn't it? You wanted the shiny case, the holographic stickers, the weight in the hand. You wanted a shortcut to status. And the industry knows that guys like you love shortcuts. They know you won't do the research. While you're stacking your metal-filled discs, the real players, the massive gaming supply monopolies, are laughing. They control the actual supply of Paulson chips, and they locked you out of the VIP club years ago. They abandoned you. You are the retail chump. You get the scrap metal. The casinos get the craftsmanship.
My Friday night is completely ruined.
Your night isn't ruined, Jerry. Your illusion is. And that's the first step to actually winning the game. If you want to know what else in your man cave is a hollow corporate lie designed to drain your wallet, click here. Stay sharp, and remember, if it feels too heavy, it's probably a scam.